We got Nectar. We got Nectarhouse. It's the reunion, bro. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped for this reunion. I'm excited to see all the whatever we got. Probably no drama, but I'm excited to see whatever we got, man. Let's go.
And I'm not saying you gave me the ick, but there's like small moments where I'm like, you know what, this.
At me?
If you want to bring another person into the house, do it. Do it with your chest, though. Don't be sneaky.
Let's get back to the couple updates.
Wow, I've never had anything like that.
Aren't you going on a date?
Just not expecting that.
I'm very excited. Let's see what we got. I think I was wrong about no drama. We probably gonna have a little bit of drama, just a little bit. Just like a little bit. Let's see, bro. This is it, man. This is it for season 2. It's a wrap after this. 3 months after the show wrapped. Okay.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the
Which means the show
Nectar
probably
House.
wrapped like 5 months ago. Probably, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Season 2 reunion.
It's kind of hard to
This
gauge.
season was an emotional roller coaster. Shoulder kisses, surprise swaps, 2 men fighting over a grill, an
Yes.
uncomfortable family dinner, heartbreak. The list goes on. But amidst all of the
Oh
drama,
man.
we also saw love blossoming.
We did,
before our very
bro.
eyes. Today, we're going to talk to all of the singles to debrief and find out everything that was really going on in the house. And maybe, just maybe, some of those singles aren't quite single anymore.
Ooh.
But that's what we're here to find out. Let's get
It's been
into
a couple
it.
months now. We a couple months
Everyone
removed.
on stage.
What was some captions? Because I feel like I'm gonna be talking a little bit. And I want to make sure I don't miss none. Okay, I would do fit checks, but I feel like everyone got that drip on. I don't really want to single anybody out. Everybody got that drip on, bro. You feel me? You daps. I want to see somebody in a quarter zip. No, maybe not. Okay, no quarter zips. That's fine. That's fine. Favorite clothes though, with the leather jacket, with the, you feel me?
Before
Yeah.
the season, some of you have
That
been
drip.
in videos with us before, and for some of you, this was your very first time. But regardless, this was a very unique experience for everyone. And this experience, of course, opens you up to a lot of critique. Were you guys reading the comments?
I was definitely critiquing everybody the whole season, and I made sure to point out everybody's biggest insecurities that I could pick up on, for sure. That was definitely something I was doing.
Every single comment.
You were reading every single
That's a joke, by the way.
And I was
There's like
respond.
thousands.
Yes.
Everybody that thinks I don't see it.
I really hope nobody though that's in the show is watching all the reactions, because I was in too deep, bro. I be in too deep, just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I do. Flashbang. I should have warned y'all. But you know,
There's 1,000 comments. There's
It is what it
500
is.
zinc responses.
Yes.
I don't read all the comments, but the ones that I do read, when I'm on my computer, like I'll reply to them all.
Yeah?
that's funny.
You guys were replying to comments?
People don't think we're real.
Let me ask the girls,
Hey.
have any of you been surprised by the audience's reactions to yourselves or any of the fellow castmates?
I've honestly been surprised about the reactions to Haley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Haley,
talk about
you have received, I would say, a pretty polarizing comment section. How
Yes.
has it been for you?
I was reading the comments the first couple
By
episodes.
the comments, we're watching a completely different show. I don't know how. I just don't know how.
And then I stopped because they were starting
Oh
to
my
be pretty
God.
negative. Then people
Crazy
were commenting on
flashbang.
my personal Instagram, which
Yikes.
sucked because, you know, I don't want my mom saying that, you know, like I don't want people calling me a bitch and like my family members can see it and stuff like that. So that sucked, but just
I don't know why
taking
this keeps doing
time
this.
away from social media.
It's just
I
more
think
rage
in this
bait, low
case,
key.
Ignorance is bliss. Honestly, I know that it was a lot of bad comments because on the bright side, so many people have reached out to me, especially from the cast, of course, which I really appreciate. And
WCast.
although this has sucked, it's also created such a strong community from it. And I know who supports me and who's there for me. So, you know, it sucks. It makes me sad. It makes me feel bad. But, you know, there's always positives from it.
I would just like to say, I feel like a lot of the comments were about
comments?
her making me leaving the house all about her, and I'll just set the record straight. That was not how it felt to us girls at all. Like, we were talking for 30 minutes, and she had come in after that. In no way, shape, or form did I feel like me getting voted out. She made it about her because she did.
See, and that's the thing. I feel like that's a bigger problem with just the space the internet is in right now. and especially like for me, like from a streaming perspective, a lot of the IRL viewers and shippers stuff, like they be into, like, I know I said I was in too deep, but I was in too deep from like an entertainment perspective. Hopefully it was funny that I was in too deep. Some people just genuinely be in too deep and they act like they know people and they act like they know every single situation when they're watching like an edited show. Like, it's a show at the end of the day. Yes, it's like real people and it's real situations that happen, but like, it is a show. It's edited. There's producers. There's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all think y'all know everything. You don't. You just don't, bro. Like,
I'd like
I
to
don't know.
set
People
that
being
straight
weird,
for
man.
people in the comments. She did not make it about her.
People
Thank
being
you.
weird, gang.
Let's just get into it.
Log it.
Today, we're going to go through some of the highlights from the weekend and give you all a chance to discuss and clear the air if needed. We're also going to hear about what's happened since filming and get status updates from all of our couples who left the house matched up. So let's just get going and start with Madeline and Will.
Let's see.
Day 2 was when we introduced our first batch of surprise singles.
Yes,
We saw the addition of
sir.
Emma and Will in the house. Will, you joined the house and you immediately had your eyes set on Madeline, who had struggled to
was
find
locked
a
in.
connection on that first day. You two spent a lot of time together and left the house as a match. So now that we're here, I have to ask,
What's the
where do you
word?
guys stand now?
What's
Are
the
you dating?
word?
Madeline and I are on good terms. We are not currently dating. For honesty's sake, I came on a little strong. I had a lot of feelings in the house. It was a pretty intense environment, so emotions were high. And I think I didn't really pump the brakes once we got back to real life. I think that in an environment like that, emotions tend to get high, and that was the first time I've ever been in something of that nature. So I didn't really know what to expect, but Madeline handled herself very
Bro was overly
maturely.
going.
I really appreciate
like that,
her setting
though.
her boundaries and making things clear with
Sometimes
me.
you be overly going.
And I wish her all the best.
Okay.
And that's why I always pull up the pic, you know what I'm saying? Never be this. I got to, bruh. I got to. Because, like, sometimes you be dancing in that picture, bro. You do. And I'm not going to pull it up again because I always pull it up. But, like, you know, it be like that, gang.
How you feel it went as well?
Yeah, that's very sweet. I think I could have communicated better. I think you said I handled it well, but I think I would have handled it a little differently and been more clear. I said like throughout the house and to Will and to everyone that I am a slow burner, so that's something that I'm working on, not using it as like a means to just jump ship right away. But yeah, tensions were high, and you know, we had some like miscommunications when we first left the house, but yeah, we are on great terms now, and it's nice to watch it all back and all the little moments and everything.
What were the miscommunications?
I think
Let's get to it. Let's get to the
I
drama.
was
Let's talk about it.
I mean, you can watch the tape.
Let's
I was
talk
very
about it.
interested in Madeline. It was very Madeline.
Oh, this is kind of embarrassing, but
Unseen footage.
I was head over heels. You know, it's like this is kind of like how you're supposed to feel when like you
Boy
get
was
married to
overly
somebody.
going.
Time kind of slows down when you go back to real life, and you can't really facilitate that when we live in different cities and a bunch of different factors. And I think I just wanted to jump in, but you know, it's definitely safe to pump the brakes at times and just sort of gather yourself. And I don't really think that I gave her the space to do that, nor did I give myself the space to do that.
But you guys are on good terms? It's not...
Yes.
That's
yeah.
good. All right.
Sick.
Sorry, it feels a little tense.
I mean,
We had a bunch of conversations, and it was more tense towards the start, but I think as time passed and as we watch it back, we're like ending up on a similar page of what happened. I think we had just different perceptions of everything and of each other because we just hadn't seen much of each other, and going from seeing each other all day long for 3 days straight to nothing was kind of hard, but we've like discussed as the episodes have come out, and now I feel like we're in agreement and see it the same way.
Gotcha. So you guys are not a match. I just have to ask. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of time. Are either of you seeing anyone?
We got cleared up.
profession.
Oh.
I have a girlfriend
Oh.
and a wife.
Okay, he's trolling. He's trolling, bro. I thought he had us. I thought he had us for a second, bro.
Madeline, are you seeing anyone?
I'm single. I definitely needed to take a break. I was a little overwhelmed with everything that happened and leaving the house.
What was it that you found overwhelming?
I think it's really easy
like I'm
for
blocking
me
a shot.
to
I'm
just
blocking a
put
shot.
dating aside and not really focus on it at all. So spending 3 days just meeting new people and having deep conversations and being surrounded by people that were doing the same was like a culture shock. I just hadn't done it in a really long time. And it definitely opened up a lot for me and things that I want to work on myself and in dating. But I told Will, and like, I really do feel like it showed me that I'm capable of it. So I just took time. I needed time to like process everything and watch it back as it comes out. Yeah.
Well, I guess I have
sick.
a question for you, Will. Because, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, and unfortunately it did not work out with Madeline. But we do know that you also had put Tyler's name down on your initial list.
He did.
If you could go back, is that a relationship that you would have liked to explore more?
I'm not gonna lie, my eyes.
Hold on,
were set
Malcolm's jacket is
Madeline
tough. What
for
kind of
a
jacket
reason.
is
If Madeline
this?
wasn't in the picture.
I like the shape. This is
definitely think
tough.
Tyler would have, had my attention fully. I also think Deb's very attractive too. But
Hey, one thing about
zero
Will,
regrets.
one thing about Will, man, that boy is a shooter. I'm not gonna lie. What's up with you, Z? All this not, hey, that man's a shooter. And he keep talking about basketball. He's a shooter, yo. I respect that. I'm not gonna lie.
I had my
I respect
attention
that.
fully.
Look, I know I gave Mads MVP and Grill Master. I did. But we might have to give Will, like, I feel like he needs more than honorable mention, but we can't give him MVP. Maybe let's give him an SP. Let's just give him an SP. Let's just give him an SP. I here am not on the committee. I don't even know if there's a committee. I have nothing to do with the ESPYs or any award show for that matter. However, if I did, I would give him an SP. I would rig it and I would get, so if Will ever wins an SP, no, it was me that rigged it and made, unless maybe he really is like that on the court. And he might win one without me rigging it. I don't know.
I
But
also think Deb's
if I ever get to pull that string, he's getting an SP, bro.
But
I don't know how, but I'll make it happen. Maybe.
Have zero regrets of the show. I think Tyler's great.
Or a
I think
Heisman.
Madeline's great. I think you all are great. But if I could do it back again, I would have done it the exact same way. So.
Stand on it.
Madeline, not to put you on the spot, but
Standing on it.
you're gonna have to leave the set pretty quickly. Your house is being robbed, is that correct?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yeah, I just got a call.
We don't have to get into
Disclaimer.
it, but we
Mountain's house is not getting robbed. She'll be leaving the reunion early because she booked a music video that's filmed. Oh, W bag. You feel me? W bag.
have a certain amount of time for you to say everything that's on your mind. So before you have to leave, I have to ask, is there anything that you'd like to air out? Anything that you'd like to say before you have to leave?
Wow, that is a lot of pressure. I think watching it back is hard a little bit. I think I've gotten to know everyone. Everyone's so great, and I feel like I wish
Is
I
anybody
opened
missing?
up
Am
a
I a
little-
terrible show viewer? Well, I feel like someone's missing. But I don't know who on the guy's
I
side.
feel like I was going to bed at 6 p.m. like all the nights in the house, and everyone was staying up bonding and stuff. So I wish I kind of like went into the house a little more open, and I would have done everything the same way too, because I think it taught me a lot. But I also learned that watching myself, I could have.
You know what? No, though, because what's it called? Because they added Tyler, and it was only one person they could pick. So no,
Had
I'm
more
tripping.
conversations and been more open with the girls too, because I think
I'm like, why is it it's an odd number?
a little faster. But yeah, I'm so grateful to have met all of you, and I wish I was here for the entire time. But I wish you were.
Madeline, we just received word they're upstairs now.
Yikes, they're upstairs. W Madeline, bro. W music video. W bag. W ad. I'm skipping that though. You feel me? W ad, W nut. You feel me? All that. All the.
Thankfully, I'm able to talk it out.
Was that the Hive Mind curse?
With this season's sponsor, BetterHelp.
Did it?
You've all seen
Did it
how this
spread to
season-
Nectar?
The highs. The lows.
This was a high.
I'm gonna cry. Please don't cry. Oh my god.
The
Oh, this was a high too, kinda, in a way.
that you have voted out.
This was a low.
Meltdowns.
That was a low.
You cussing at
That was a low.
Even if it's don't cuss at me.
That's what BetterHelp is here for. Connect you with licensed therapists who can provide support.
We need more drama like that next season. I'm not gonna lie.
Getting started.
Well, another. And can we bring that trio back just to watch it happen?
Who can help you and provide you support.
Like, I want to see some drama, and I need the three of them. I need Mads, Malcolm, and Favor just sitting there, like judges. W-ad. I thought the ad was over. It's not. W-ad though.
Clarify.
You feel me? Because I didn't want to miss none of the reunion.
Let's just get
Any of
into
the
Haley and Favor.
good stuff.
Despite some much talked about back and forth with Mads, you two seem to have a clarifying conversation at the end of the weekend. And Haley, you seem to really lock things in with Favor and set up a date to show him how you felt. Favor, you had expressed going on the best first date ever with Haley at the start of the weekend, and you two left the house as a match. Where do you two stand now?
We are on great terms. Haley, like we've all said, is a fantastic person. You ask anyone, cast and crew, she made an effort to get to know all of us. She made an effort to kind of attach her feelings to our own. Like, I remember moments throughout the show where she's literally naming everyone in the crew's name. And it took me all 4 days to learn everyone here's name, just the cast.
No, that's so real though, bro. I kid you not. I think by episode 3 is when I actually knew everyone's name. And then still in moments, in reacting, there's a little behind the scenes, a little behind the curtain moment. In reacting, I would have to like not think of a bit or like not think of whatever I was going to say to try and remember someone's name. Still, because like it takes me a while. Like it takes me a while to lock it in, bro.
Really gave a damn.
It takes me a while, bro.
Starting off with that.
Usually, when it's a lot. If it's like a couple of people, I can figure that out in like an hour. But if it's like a whole group, bro, it's gonna take me a little minute to figure out everybody word. I always think back to when I started watching wrestling, because like I had no idea who anybody was. And I kid you not, it took me. I started watching wrestling like right before Survivor Series 2023. Like that's when I started watching like consistently, you know, and like really getting into it and like understanding storylines and stuff like that. I don't think I knew the majority of people's names on the roster at that time until WrestleMania 40. I think WrestleMania 40 is when I was like, okay, I know everybody. I could tell the Usos apart, like all that. You know, that's when I was like, all right, we good. But like, it takes me a while with names, bro.
To real life is definitely difficult. I immediately wasn't in the country right after, and getting back, we're still just in opposite.
That boy catching flights.
That was just tough. Yeah, but we're definitely on good terms.
Back outside, boys?
I would agree. I would say we continued talking for about a month or so after the show, and that was really nice. But I mean, it's hard to continue a relationship living so far from each other over the phone. I'm happy that we got to spend a day together in San Diego, and that was so lovely. But I think that after that, that was the realization of how much we value quality time. As lovely as that was to have that time together, we knew that we weren't going to get much of that. So it was more so just, let's be realistic and let's conclude it and stay being friends. And I will say that I've loved being your friend.
That's a mature ending. That's a W ending right there. Because it's not really an ending, you know, but like, you know.
Chaos of responses. You have been there for me, and Favor and I talked for like an hour on the phone the other day, and I just value you. But I will say, seeing our little moments together in the house, it makes me feel nice and happy that we got to have that. That was cute.
So it's over though? You guys are, what's going on?
Us being friends is so good.
That is so me, bro.
Need to complicate it again.
Yeah.
Word.
Okay. Well, 0 for 2.
0 for 2. 0 for 2. It happens.
And I would appreciate
it. And it's kind of expected though. Like that's the thing. I'm waiting for the day. And it might not happen until like season 5 or 6. Who knows, bro? I almost did the thing. I'm not gonna do the thing though. The thing is dead. It's dead. It's over. Don't do it. What was I saying? What I was saying? Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the day that like we actually see off the rip ski day 1 like little matchup, little couple up, see what the vibe is. Go through the show, show's over, reunionate together, and then even after when the next season comes out, they still a thing. Like I want to see that. I want to see like a legitimate relationship start on Nectar House, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Full honesty,
I need that.
Give me something. Is there any feelings left? You can still stay friends, but is there a part of you that's like, maybe if I lived in a different place, you know? Is there anything?
I would say no.
Conclusive.
I would say maybe a little bit.
Inconclusive.
Sick. Thank you.
W daps. We need a dap cam.
I really think it's like watching back the show. It just reminds you all over again how you felt when you were in that moment. And I think that's okay to still have some lingering feelings.
Yeah. Favor, what's it like for you rewatching it and hearing yourself say some of those things?
Well, the whole show is kind of like funny because I'm like, do I ever stop talking? But yeah,
kid you not. I don't really watch my videos because like, why would I watch a whole video that I did? You know. But like sometimes someone will comment something and I'll have to like watch like from a timestamp or something like that because I don't remember what I say or when I say it in these videos at all. So if someone and like I love when people actually do put timestamps so I know what they're talking about. But like I have to like watch a clip and I'll just be like, dude, why am I talking? Like, shut up, okay? As I'm doing the thing right now. But like still though, it's kind of is
crazy just hearing myself say some stuff.
Yap.
Saying it. But I'm like everything I said during the show, I don't like take back. That's
standing on it
in that moment.
See, I like that. This season, we standing on it, bro. You feel me? Standing on business. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. I should have said on business. The emphasis.
Show back, just understanding myself and how I kind of like show affection towards someone that I like. There's definitely some things in the show I kind of was like not happy with myself for doing, but like that was one of the things that I will always be proud of. Me liking a person and making that known and being intentional and always just kind of not sugarcoating like my emotions. I'll never just like play.
Bro was keeping it real. He was actually, you know,
looking
locked in
cooler or anything else.
We gotta put captions back on.
The rise of nonchalant is the death of passion.
That was a bar.
That kind of is a bar.
Wasn't that
That's kind of a bar.
Wasn't that good? Ooh.
That was from a fortune cookie.
I saw that somewhere.
That was from a fortune cookie, not facts though.
Let's get into it off of that.
Facts.
That's a good point. We have to address the allegations, Django. There have been some allegations towards you of being a nonchalant final boss, I believe is the phrase.
There it is, man.
Would you like to set the record straight?
Look, dog,
Maybe with some sunglasses on.
No, I'm not doing it. No, it's gonna get even worse.
Tell nonchalant.
It's gonna get even worse. It's gonna get even worse.
I'm happy.
He's be chilling.
That's all it is. It's not like I'm freaking trying to be like, oh yeah. I'm not doing that on purpose. It's not me. I'm just chilling, bro. And then everybody's saying, yeah, no, I'm fun about it. I'm just being me though. That's all it is.
Let's move on to Deb.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You decided to
She
leave
left
the
with
house
the bro.
You did have a connection with Amari very briefly on day 3. Have you guys kept in touch at all after the show?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
Talk on my card of a potential double date with Haley and Favor that may or may not have.
Who told him that?
Oh, gee.
He's Nardwar.
Yeah,
He's Nardwar.
we never got to do that date.
Oh. I thought they went on the date and a nut was like in the corner the whole time watching, taking notes.
Oh, it didn't happen?
It was Nardwar. I thought it happened. Okay, well, GG's. So is Nut in the group chat? How did he find out the play? Because the players didn't make it out the group chat, but he knew.
And when Favor and I were still talking, because Favor and Amari are besties and Deb and I are besties, so we were like, hell yeah.
They got it. That's the type of double date you gotta go to like a roller rink and just skate around.
But we didn't get to do it.
Like
so
it's the
I guess
80s.
we're going on a date too.
Well,
Hit that roll bounce. You know?
You're going on a date?
Oh my god. Well, we're hanging out, me and Amari.
Oh, you are?
Tomorrow. Favorite's driving me up to San Diego.
I'm delivering the package.
He's the transporter. Nah, he's the transporter. Hey, that's a W man's though. That's a W man's, bruh.
Oh, am I a parcel? Yes, Amazon package.
Do that one again.
After
Very important
this
cargo.
airs, they will have gone on a date, and hopefully it goes very well.
Wow.
To Marley.
They better update on the Instagram.
Calling you the freakiest couple of all time on Nectar.
I'm not. They are a little freaked out. They are. But I respect it though, because that's they just being themselves. And it's not a crime to be a freak unless you weird. You know, a lot of people, and I feel like here's the thing, right? I'm not to really bring this up because why would I want to bring this up? But a lot of people always talk about Diddy. Whenever anything freaky's mentioned, it's just like, gang, that wasn't the main problem. He's a pedophile and a sex trafficker and disgusting and a rapist and like really horrible, disgusting things. And yeah, he was a freak on top of that, but that's not the main thing. A lot of people focus too much on that part. It's not a crime to be a freak. It's a crime to do crime and be weird and be morally wrong. There's nothing morally wrong about being a freak as long as it's consensual and they two consenting adults. So I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Or anyway.
They should.
What's up? What's going on?
They should.
Word. How's it been going?
Is that a Hogwarts tea?
We talked a lot after
Sure.
the
What's
show.
the crest?
Honestly, we got super close.
We went home
we
together
talked,
right
like,
after the show.
every day, and we FaceTimed a lot, and I went to Miami.
Miami.
We're pursuing for a little bit.
We were.
Yeah.
More so I was asking, is there any romance
You're in the past tense.
still involved?
You're in the past tense.
I think the fuse was coming to an end. Where it was like we were really excited to just kind of experience life together for a little bit, ultimately knowing that we're not compatible for like a long-term, like kind of committed, motivated, intentional relationship. So I think that we both just live in a way where we're like, you know what? Let's not cut this off right away. Let's live some life. Let's have some fun. And then ultimately it was like, all right, we gotta put a halt on this because it's just gonna get hard and sad and
it happens though.
So
I think we both knew that in the long term, our values probably didn't align. Though we love each other and we have a lot of fun together. Like Marley Tipper is amazing.
come on now.
Yeah, come on.
What values?
I think I'm just a little more conservative than Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like politically or?
Not necessarily like political, but just like there were things that Marley said to me that made me think about like, would I want this woman to raise my children? The answer, unfortunately, was no.
Yikes. Well.
And
I mean, that's real though, I guess, for, you know.
That's a strong word.
That's deep, man.
What was it?
well, I mean, I'm a little older than everybody, right? I'm Unk.
He is Unk. I keep forgetting he's Unk too, bro. And that's the thing too. That's how you know that like getting old is a concept that a lot of people fall victim to, and you don't actually have to. He doesn't have Unk energy because he's not like screaming at the sky. You know, a lot of people turn like. He ain't even 30 yet. But a lot of people get close to 30 and act like it's the end of the world, and that's how they get old. You gotta go into your 30s knowing that that's actually about to be your prime, and it wasn't your 20s. And you feel me? You're about to really be living life. That's like, I feel like he's on that wavelength, which is why it's easy to forget that he's actually Unk. Because he is Unk, though.
29.
29 now. That boy. He getting up there, man.
There were things you guys
getting
talked
up there
about that you thought weren't aspects of her that you would want in like the mother of your kids.
Yeah, I'm good.
You should hear the 29. He's fighting back from hitting the Kevin Hart, bro.
It was.
He heard 29 and broke down.
You talked about that you thought
favorites were real for
aspects
that.
of her that you would want in like the mother of your kids.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I just feel like we have different values and like.
I kind of want to hear specifics, but I kind of.
We both. Maybe,
I don't know.
I don't know if Marley really even wants kids. Maybe she doesn't really know.
Body tea. You know what?
I definitely.
No,
do.
word.
I definitely do at some point. Like, I definitely want kids, multiple, and so. But I
can see Mads with like 8 kids, low key, and perfect half too. Just like 4 and 4, and then back and forth too. So it's like girl, boy, girl, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's back and forth. And then they all gonna be a DJ collective and like producers and like rappers and stuff. and it's just gonna be like the it's gonna be like the Jackson family, but like way less toxic. You know, I could picture that. I could, if that's what he wants to do. I don't know.
Like we talked.
Maybe they're gonna be football players. I don't know.
And our values are just different, and we would want to raise our kids differently. And so that's a deal breaker for me.
For sure.
But Marley Tipper is amazing, and she's a lot of fun, and she's just down. She's just down to hang, you know.
Okay, I would be a great mom, just saying.
I know. I'm not saying she wouldn't be a great mom. She would just be a different mom.
Be clear.
I want.
How would you want to raise your kids that maybe she disagreed with?
I don't think we need to go into that.
Is that something you feel the same way, or is that something you're comfortable with?
I'm blocking a shot. I think I'm blocking a shot.
I'm like a little caught off guard with that description. I think that was like a small part of our conversation, so I don't really have too much to say about that. But I mean, you are right. I don't know if I want kids at this point in my life, so there is no way to move forward intentionally with that. But yeah.
For sure. Just before we move on, is there any ill will at all?
I don't think there's any ill will, no. I value Marley and her friendship, and I hope that we can continue to be friends. And yeah, no, there's no ill will. I love Marley. She's an amazing person, and I know she'll be a great mother.
It's like I'm tweaking.
Thanks for throwing that in.
Or like a horn. Someone's just laying it in.
She'd be lit for real.
Yeah, she will be.
Good, that'd be a really good mom.
100%. An amazing mom.
100%.
I'm telling you, bro, those kids wouldn't act up.
Well, we can move on. I think actually it might be time for a break.
You didn't really ask, but it's on my mind, and I feel like people would want to hear it. But I do have a little bit of lingering feelings for Madeline still. We didn't really get to get asked that, but I just wanted to get it off my chest, and it's easier now that she's not here. So I'm sure you guys wanted that. Yeah, honesty is the best policy.
Hell yeah.
But stand on minutes.
Marley would be a great mother. Come on now. Fuck that.
I was not expecting that.
No, we're good. Let's take a break.
Stand by, please. Now for a word from our sponsors. No, I'm playing. They already did that. Now for a word from LaserDim 700.
That's a fucking line right there.
Yikes.
So like I understand where it's coming from because we didn't speak about it, but it's just like it came out in such a way where I'm like, bro, it's gonna read so crazy. Like you're just making me sound like a whore.
But then he follows it up with, oh, but you're super fun. We love going
like
to
you're
club.
down. Like it just makes me sound like such not the person that I am.
Yikes.
Yo, I hate that I was in between you for that.
That's why. Hey.
No, that's not what I meant. Oh my god. I know.
Yikes. Caught in the crossfire, bro.
You know that look. Bro.
So how you doing? So thank you, sir.
Yikes. And I think he knows too, like now he realizes how that sounded. And that's definitely not how he wanted it to sound, but that's how it sounded. And it's too late now. It's GG's, bruh.
It's like, what is going on? And that's gonna make anyone
07.
like, bro, and I really said I don't want to fucking cry. Like,
You're valid in all of your
GG's.
so, no, I don't want to.
It could have been worse though. I'm not gonna lie. From the like, you know what I'm saying, the preview from the last episode leading up to this, I thought it was gonna be like way worse. Like I thought, like Nut said, it's no ill will. I thought it was gonna be some ill will. It wasn't though, which is good. So we did get the better ending than I expected, but like still though, that's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
Mother, I mean, he's not.
Though she's probably bawling back there. She's probably crying right now.
Yeah, because you said some stupid shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm like, there's a lot of lights. I'm nervous. Like,
Bro, he just yapping.
Maybe it was, and I just am naive. So I
You just yapping.
I think it needs to be like, I am so sorry, I was completely in the wrong.
But you gotta understand.
Yeah, you kind of.
Yeah.
Which is true, which is fair. But even still, though, it's like you gotta think about. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, right? This is a serious like societal issue that I think we're kind of accidentally walking into, and it's like, hey, maybe you should clear that up a little bit for her sake, because like either way, Matt's gonna be fine, right? It's gonna be fine, but you feel me?
They're gonna just like.
Come on, Brody.
Yeah, but like, okay, what do you care more about right now? The comments or mine?
Exactly. Because like the comments, the thing about the comments too is like, bro, they're frozen in time, gang. If you can get past the comments of a video and get past whatever, gang, you're gonna be all right, gang. Because like, think about it. What's something stupid that someone said in a video in 2018? Right? Like, you probably can't think of anything. I can, but it's just because Logan Paul can't go back to Japan. But that was more of something stupid he did rather than something stupid he said. He had a lapse in judgment, is what he said. Yeah. But like just something, just like a really dumb, really like poor taste, accidental, it was kind of accidental like shot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was supposed to be a shot, but it was kind of a shot in it. GG's. And then he kind of laid it in. So that's, but like, even so, the point is, no one's gonna remember that Mad said that in 3 years. To be honest, I'm not gonna remember. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I remember how crazy he went on the grill, though. I remember the highlights. But he'll be all right, bro. The comments don't matter, gang. He kind of does have to, just be like, I ain't mean it like that. You feel me? And like apologize directly. And honestly, I hope he gets a chance to before they even back in the stage review. Like, I hope he gets, to like actually make it direct. Because if not, then it's just going to seem like he apologizing for the cameras and not really apologizing. And that is low-key even worse than not apologizing at all. So he's out. W favor though. W favor. Like
I said, bro, just feel like, hey, by the way, I didn't mean.
Exactly. Just clear it up. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
I didn't mean for it to come off that you were about to.
Exactly. Just clear it up. Let's lock it in. We good.
I gotta ask.
Good.
It's a bit tenser than before. How is everyone feeling?
Oh, good.
Talk about it.
I'd say not good. I'd say that like one of the hard things about doing a show like this is that there is a lot of humor that gets mixed in with very serious topics. And I think that a lot of, what Mads was talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot Xander was sitting there. This whole time, I kind of forgot he was sitting there, bro. But he said in the reunion, not the reunion, in the React episode, which I'm still mad that we didn't get a React episode with Deb, bro. We need a React episode with Deb, or she needs to show or something. I don't care. We need that. But he said that he had just got back from a flight from China, I think. China, something like that. Let us see a W Traveler.
And
back outside, boys.
And I think it does need to be discussed further.
I guess.
Clock it.
I'll open the floor to Marley.
Yes. I could write a novel of good things to say about Mads. I have so much care for you and I cherish you, truly. With that being said, you are careless. You are a careless man. You are careless with feelings. You are careless with actions. You are careless with your own feelings.
Talk about it.
And I really hope that you can look at yourself in that way to be a better person moving forward, because I'm really disappointed in the way that you spoke to me. That was a 1% kind of point of a conversation that we had. And I think the way that you framed it just kind of put a lot of pressure on me that I don't appreciate that, because I know that you know that I would be a great mother. I don't even think too strongly about kids. It's not really in my peripheral. So I think that's kind of where you were coming from. And I know that, but the way that it read to a group full of people that I don't even know, to be followed with, but she's down. She's a down girl.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro, let's reassess.
We need to reassess. Yes, that was.
Yeah.
When I said that you were down, that came off.
I'm not
really
even
bad.
a partier. Like,
I know you're not. I just mean like you're down to go on adventures and stuff and like have fun and like you're just great.
Yeah.
You're fun. You're like I could see you as being like one of my best friends. Like
I know.
Marley, you.
I know.
We can be best friends.
I know. And we've had this conversation, so I don't feel like we have to keep talking about it right here. But I did want to just.
I apologize.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
I apologize for that.
Thank you.
For that, the way I framed that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. Okay.
Yikes.
Well, we all kind of just obviously had this talk right now. Everybody, both sides, I'm getting, right?
Hmm?
He was just trying to.
Oh no, I know exactly what's going on in his brain. The only thing is that everyone else doesn't.
Yes, exactly.
So like, it's just like that just kind of caught me off guard.
Or that it looks is bad.
I know what the gears are doing in there, but
I don't even know what the gears are doing in here a lot of the time. Like, you know that. You know that.
Hey.
Oh, I do. But yeah.
Yikes, dude. He basically just said there's a rat up there or a hamster on a wheel and he doesn't know what's going on. And I feel that though, because sometimes it'd be like that. But you know, GG's, bro. Not gonna lie. Like I said, this to me, this don't count as like he gotta again off camera, like off the. You feel me? This was like to clear it up for everybody else, but he gotta still. You feel me?
I guess
bake her a cake, bro, or something.
You were trying to say.
Get in that kitchen, boy.
About what?
About the.
What did I say? I wasn't listening.
Ads. I guess could you elaborate more, like what you were trying to say?
About what?
About the, like the whole mother conversation, like what you were trying to say.
Marley, I hate seeing Marley cry. I don't want to see her sad. I don't want to see her cry. I know that Marley will be an amazing mother because she's caring and she's kind and she's sweet because she's cared for me. The last day that we were in Miami, I got really sick. But the whole time she was there and she was like holding me and like caring for me and like worried about me, and like she has been continuously worried about me and caring for me because I've been not taking care of myself the last month. I've been having a lot of fun, a little too much fun, you know.
That boy in Miami getting lit, man. That's crazy.
So yeah, Marley's a caring, kind, loving individual. Like, I mean, like, look, she tried to give me the tiger balm, and I was too busy fiddle around with Haley. Although, like, Haley's amazing. Like, sorry.
Sorry, real quick. What is?
I like that. I like to say that. That's my favorite word.
Never heard that before.
Really?
Is that just like
a B-tier word?
My father. Anyway.
B-tier word. I'm crying.
All right.
I'm crying.
All right. Seriously.
I think he's trying to fix it low key. I'm trying to think of how you could a good analogy for what's going on right now. Because I could just do the whole like digging thing, but I feel like it's deeper than that, which is funny because then I'm not doing the thing. I think he's like, so imagine you're racing, right? If you know anything, because I have to relate everything to either wrestling or cars, or because that's all I know about. So imagine you're racing, right? And you know, maybe you turn a little bit hard on turn 4 and your tire's a little bit off. It's not quite flat. It's not, you know what I mean? But you kind of do need to go into pits. And it's a rear tire as well, rear-wheel drive car. That's like if that happens and then you do a burnout after, and you're trying to just get to pits and change your tire and fix the mistake you made, and you're just making it worse on accident. You come out of turn 5 after you messed up on turn 4 and you get a little bit oversteer, you burn it. Now you're making it worse just a little bit, you know? Like you're trying to fix it, but you know, yikes.
Marley.
Yikes. Yikes.
Marley Tipper.
Yikes. I feel like I can't wait to read the comments on this. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's wrap it up.
I feel like I need to. Yeah, I wanted to say wrap it up, but I didn't want to, you know.
Anymore. Like
I didn't want to be the guy. I didn't want to be the guy. But like, these two just. Hey, I'm like, oh no. I unpaused. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't
don't even know what to say anymore.
I'm trying to walk away. Because I'm like them, and I'm like trying to keep it together and like not physically cringe. I haven't watched. Shout out to my boy Majin Cart, man. I haven't watched a cringe compilation in quite some time, so I haven't felt this feeling on this deep of a level for this amount of time in a while. Kind of, you know, I'm trying to, but like I'm actually physically cringing. I can feel it in my chest. I'm cringing.
Is there anything else that?
You know, like I said, I think you got to settle this off camera, away from the group, just a one-on-one real conversation, clear it up, because GG's.
Let's get to the weekend, starting on day one.
The weekend was in my top 5 albums this year. The Hurry Up Tomorrow. Shout out to the weekend. He wasn't in my top 5 though, which is kind of surprising. I'm still very surprised about my top 5, bro. I'm not very. But it's just, it kind of strayed away from what it usually is. And I don't necessarily know how. But part of it, though, is because Earl didn't drop his album until September? When did Live, Laugh, Love come out? I've been playing it so much, I don't even remember when it came out now. August. That makes sense. And then Lucky still hasn't dropped his album. So usually what I listen to is a little, you know what I'm saying? And then Pierre... The album kind of came and went. I think the problem with Made in Paris is we wanted it for so long and it got pushed back so much. And, you know, the hype started to die and our interest levels kind of tanked by the time we got it, to the point where even though it's a good album and, you know, it's a vibe and it's probably one of the better recent Pierre albums outside of the T-Lop series, it just came and went. So all I have to say, my top albums and my top artists was a little different, but he said The Weeknd, and I had to. I gotta change the subject, bro. I have to. It's
was between Haley and
Mads. Awkward, bro.
Haley and Mads.
Awkward.
What was
Okay,
your
stop.
reaction
Okay.
to the audience's response to that moment? Did you guys realize that that was on camera, and how did it feel reliving that experience?
I kind of knew that was going to be on camera, but that was the first night, right? We were just still all getting to know each other.
Exploring.
We were just,
you know,
hanging out, talking, and honestly, God kind of nerfed me like a week before we all came out there. Like, I messed up my back. I don't know, I tweaked something and...
Nah, Favor is frying me. I'm not gonna lie, Favor's frying me.
So I was in a lot of pain.
Why are they all? No. Hey, this is the thing I love about the guys, bro. They go and try their hardest and still not be able to keep it together. They're all hitting different versions of the speed emote right now, gang.
We all came out there like, I messed up my back. I don't know, I tweaked something and...
Favor was trying not to laugh, bro.
And so I was in a lot of pain for pretty much the entire shoot.
Yikes, bro.
Like, I feel like watching it back.
How do you, I want to know the story. How do you tweak his back, bro? What happened, man? Because I know he's getting up there, but he ain't that old yet, all right? So what happened, bro? Did he backflop on some, because that could have been it. He could have backflopped. He seems like the swimming type, you know, maybe a high diver, and maybe he over-rotated or under-rotated or didn't rotate at all and backflopped. I don't know. I just want to know the story, though.
Was not my full self.
How do you get nerfed?
Like, I'm usually a lot more talkative and outgoing and like very active, but like this whole weekend, like my back was like, seriously hurting. So yeah, like, you know, I probably mentioned my back was hurting. She rubbed my back. We went and I literally just wanted to like lay down
do some stretching,
and chat, and we ended up cuddling. And you know, I just didn't really think like, okay, whatever. It's the first night. Like, is it that big of a deal if I try to get to know Haley? Like, she was smiling at me the whole time that we were sitting out there. Yeah, I don't like regret that or like feel bad or like, I don't think people need to be like being mean to Haley because we wanted to like lay out there and cuddle and like maybe explore like how we were feeling. But at the end of the day, I knew that Favor really liked her and I knew that she had her eye on Favor. And honestly, like after my first conversation with Marley, like that was kind of it. Like it was like locked in. Like,
Haley, how was that for you?
So that was day one. That was hours after my date with Favor. You know, everyone has their own intentions or way about that they want to go into a dating show. And mine was getting to know everyone. And if I was interested in someone from the beginning, then I wanted to explore that. I also have no regrets doing that, but I also understand how it could have made Favor and Marley feel after the fact, of course. Marley and I talk all the time, but one really good thing that she said was, we know each other now so differently than we did in the house, especially day one. As far as the cameras go, I wasn't completely positive where the cameras were and when they were running. I even remember earlier in the day, someone said that it was lunchtime, and I said to Xander, I was like, oh sweet, like cameras off, like we finally get a break, and they're like, no, like they're continually rolling. But, you know, I decided to cuddle with Mads. It happened.
I'm still standing on the fact that they should do nectarhouse live on Twitch. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine it's like the Mafia-thon, bro. Everyone watched the Mafia-thon, and if you didn't, what rock were you living under? I don't know. But everyone's seen at least something from the Mafia-thon. So we're familiar with the 24/7 on-camera kind of thing. I feel like if they do it on Twitch, them moments like that, you know what I'm saying, could be a little bit more clear. Because, like, since it's not streamed, like, it's not like we're live, then it's like, maybe the camera's on, maybe it's off, maybe they're going to keep the footage, maybe not. You never know, right? Whereas if it's live, then it's live. We know that. So I feel like, or maybe at least they could just have people kind of come in thinking that it is and it's not. I mean, that's kind of weird though, to like think you're live and then you're not. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm also
just like
glad that it was on camera because it shows context to, you know, I was interested in you. We cuddled, had a little crush on you after that. My feelings were a little bit hurt when you didn't really speak to me. And then I'm happy that we had a conversation to clear it up. So.
And I mean, that is the point of the show.
Full circle, you know,
we're there for a weekend, we're exploring connections.
Yeah. Exactly.
If we all just immediately locked in on someone, then there's really, what is the show?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I also want to add that I feel like a lot of the responses to what happened disregarded my feelings for Favor, especially with how they developed all the way till the end.
Yeah, it did. A lot of people was acting like what happened in episode 1 on day 1 was like the rest of the show. And again, they didn't. I feel like they were watching a different show. I feel like they were. There's some YouTube poop version of nectarhouse that everybody was watching, and they were commenting on the actual nectarhouse videos, but they were watching the YouTube poop. Which we need to bring back YouTube poop, man. I think especially in an age of AI and all of these disgusting clankers and all of this fake footage and just also of content kind of just being where it's at right now, we need more YouTube poop, bro. We need just more, just like straight up, just garbage. Just give us actual, but like garbage that we want though, the garbage that we love. Like Spong Dickles, that's a great YouTube poop. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I forgot who made it, but shout out to whoever did. It's a good video.
Journey in the house, and
good video.
I think that
or some of the OGs
was,
you know,
perfect in my eyes, and I wouldn't not want to end up with you.
Let's go on to day 2.
I wonder if he has the GMC. I thought about it. They got, I don't remember which one it is. I think it's a Sierra. Because, okay, here's the thing about GM too. They make the same truck in the same SUV and everything on the same platform, body on frame, all the stuff. But then they like do different trim levels and different names and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a Sierra, but either way, it's like a, let's say it's a GMC Sierra 3500 HD or something like that with a diesel. That's a fire truck. That's a fire truck. I'm not a GM guy. I'm a Ford guy and a Mopar guy. All right. I want a 2000 SRT 10 Viper truck so bad. Like the Ram with the, bro, I want that truck so bad, bro. But specifically a 2000 though. I don't know why. I also want a 2000 Ford Lightning. And I want both of them in black. If any of you have any leads or maybe you have that duo, give me a number. I probably will not accept, but at least give me a number so I know what to look out for. Anyway,
really start to lock in.
I'm a truck guy. I'm a car guy. If you didn't realize.
Seemed to be this.
I wonder if he has a GMC though.
Between
or is it just the hat
and wanting to explore other people.
If it's just the hat though, that's fire still.
How did that affect how you guys went into, you know, your relationships?
That's kind of like my whole situation, at least. Like everybody was kind of just right? And don't get me wrong, like there's moments where I would kind of throw hints at certain people, or maybe even try to like explore everyone, right? And then all of a sudden, I hear from a person or whatever, like, oh, I want this person, or I want to talk to that person, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me try and maneuver differently. You know what I mean? So I think, I don't know, I'm big on communication. I think this is another reason why it always comes back to this whole like, oh, he wasn't doing shit. He was just kind of sitting there and letting things happen. It's more of like if I kind of knew a little bit better, or maybe if I also did just apply a little bit more pressure on certain situations, then it could have definitely changed up the whole, I guess, structure of the house, right?
I will say, in my situation with Deb at the time, I was very caught up.
We haven't heard from Malcolm either. I kind of forgot he was sitting there.
Didn't really have any reason to think otherwise until
he needs to voice act, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I could see Malcolm playing Kratos, or who's another big like dude, or imagine an Invincible video game with Malcolm as Omni-Man. Which, don't get me wrong, J.K. Simmons is a great actor, a great voice actor, but I feel like Omni-Man is black. Like, he don't look black because he's from Viltrum, but I feel like his voice actor should have been black. I feel like that's a black man, bro. Like, Omni-Man, he kind of, he kind of has that vibe. So, we need an Invincible video game, and we need Malcolm as Omni-Man.
Stuff,
or Kratos.
Or
who else is
like I got
big and strong?
Like, okay, this is like gonna work.
Otherworldly.
I don't know. And then like it was that whole back and forth where nothing was like actually like solidified as much as I was like hoping that it would be clear. It just wasn't clear. And if I were to have a conversation with Django back,
that boy got the soul glow.
I think it was like, oh, I was like hoping to like maybe talk to Deb. I would have been like, hell yeah. Like I personally like I don't know exactly where our heads are right now, so it's free game, especially since it's like 4 days. And at that point is day 2. I was unfortunately not able to talk to as many of the girls that I would like to have talked to during that weekend. Unfortunately, I do think that there was a situation that caused like a rift, so I kind of just didn't try after a certain point. But, I do wish that I went out of my way more to express how open I am to, a situation with anybody else as well.
Had that opportunity presented itself more, was there another girl that you would have liked to at least explore things with?
Anybody, like everybody. I feel like for me, like I was, Madeline and I, like we had great conversations with like, just talking about health and smoothies and all that stuff. I think that just gave me like a good gut feeling that I usually listen to strictly like my gut. So I should have went more on that as well. I haven't gotten it. I was not going to be Patience because Patience and my boy, like they were too tight. I was like, come on. I'm not going to touch that. And also they had the moment where it was like, bro, somebody votes off Patience, you'll see a real dramatic, like you see a real reality show. And I was like, whoa.
Nah, that's me.
I was like, this guy.
That's me. I said that.
You see a real survivor.
Real survivor. That's my boy.
Hey,
that's definitely
that boy from the crash out. That boy from the crash.
If you could put yourself back in the mindset that you were in.
Speaking of crash out, when is Future gonna drop a new mixtape? I had to say
anyone else in the house that you would have liked to
I'm ready.
things with?
We need that new Future, bro.
All of them. Oh, I'm seriously, because I think on the first day, we were like really close and stuff. And then, by the end of it, because we had been spending so much time together, I hadn't really been talking to anybody else until, I guess, after I had that conversation with you. And by then it kind of felt really late, but I still wish that I put myself out there more and had like individual conversations with all of you, because I don't think I think I maybe.
You know what we need?
All of you.
We need a duo show. Not a duo show. We need a 3-part special on Nectar with Deb and Emma, and get 200 singles, 200 eligible bachelors to see who they gonna end up with, maybe. And it's gonna be like all the dudes gotta fight to the death. And then the last 2 are the winners. Maybe not to the death. But they gotta do competitions to see who's better. And then they gotta have, so that's episode 1, and episode 2 is when they actually have conversations and stuff, and they like deliberate between each other of like who they're feeling, who they're not, what's the word, boom, boom, boom. And then episode 3 is like who we got, and then it's like the double date. And they can call it double date. Nectar, I'm giving y'all free game right now, bro. I'm literally like, I'm giving y'all that. Cause I said it publicly, and even if y'all took that from me and just did it, you know what I'm saying, I can't really defend that. So just make it happen so I can watch it. That's all I'm gonna say.
For a little bit, but
do that.
I never really sat down with.
And then bring it back for the guys.
I guess I'll open the floor to everyone. Was there another person that you maybe didn't match up with that you would have liked to explore things with?
Let's talk about it.
I didn't know I was on Marley's list for the first day. That was one thing too. I saw Marley and I was like, whoa, she's gorgeous. And then apparently I was on her list as like number 2. Looking back at it, I was like, oh, fuck, like, damn, I just like kind of rolled it out to begin with. And then nothing really came from it. But obviously it's whatever. Yeah, and Madeline. And also Haley too. I really like, I called you gorgeous throughout that entire weekend. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It was just that.
All right, well, let's head on to day 3. This was when
day 3,
really
get up for day 3.
I
don't have a bell on me.
Of some surprise new singles. We found out later in this episode how exactly everyone voted, which I have the receipts for here. Let's just go through them. Django said yes.
Yeah.
And then he said swap Emma for Tyler.
Okay.
Xander said no. On revote said no. Can I refrain? Then Nectar said, LOL, no. Then Xander said, damn, I'll say Marley, since I know the guys won't send her home, and that way, whoever they're trying to send home will go home. I like this group, and I don't want it to change. Favor said, yes, Tyler for Emma, and then he said, Tyler for Emma again. Will said no, and then he sent a picture of an eagle?
That was a pigeon.
Then he said, keep Tyler, pick Deb.
Ooh.
Mad said yes, swap Tyler for Emma, and then swap Tyler for Emma. Malcolm initially sent what appears to be a meme of Will Smith saying nah. Then on revote said F it. Never let him know your next move. Yes. Black
You feel like Kodak, boy.
Tyler.
Ladies, you obviously did not know how everyone voted on the day, so were there any surprises seeing the results when the episodes came out?
Yeah. When we were in the pool and the singles came in, Django and Favor were like, we're keeping OGs. So we were under the impression that they were keeping the OGs. If you want to bring another person into the house, do it. Do it with your chest, though. Don't be sneaky. That's all I have to say.
There we go. You feel I'm gonna stand on minute, boy.
It was literally like 5 minutes before we went out there. Honestly, if I was to not speak for anybody else that voted yes, but if we were to re-vote again, I wouldn't do the same thing. I think if anything, it was due to the boys just being like not as emotionally intelligent as the girls were. They were pretty sure about us and they didn't deserve for us to just kind of switch up on them. I think if we were all a little bit more secure, we would have voted differently. But yeah, I think we should have definitely, at the very least, communicated that we were gonna vote somebody out when we knew and not like kind of snaked them at the end.
Yeah, they did a bait and switch.
Like, okay, you guys want to vote in Tyler? I was like, we can do that. What I was thinking in my head was like, man, like Emma did just come in, but I don't even know who Emma is. To be honest, that was just because we did hang out in the pool a little bit, but you're kicking it with Deb. I was like, okay, like that's cool, but I had no like real. I didn't even find out you were a believer, for example, until after. Stuff like that. That could have changed my whole like real opinion on a lot of things in a way. We just voted. We were like, okay, yeah, well, we'll bring in Tyler, and then I was like, I'm not gonna go against the majority of the vote, and then boom, bang, right?
So I just want to be clear, saying if you knew that I was a believer and a Christian, that would have kept me in the house.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like,
okay.
I just literally didn't know you at all.
Did you try?
Right? That was an example. Yeah, we had a little bit of moments where we were trying to talk a little bit, but again, it wasn't like deep enough to where I didn't know. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I can agree with voting Tyler in. Again, when I say OG cast too, I'm talking about like our first day people. I was like, if anyone was gonna get swapped, because this is what we talked about.
But you said that, and Emma was part of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Again, what I'm trying to get at is I didn't know her more than I knew y'all, for example, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna just stick to you guys for sure.
Will, can I ask? You voted to kick Deb. What led into that decision?
Deb fans, please take your hands off the keyboard.
He knows they're coming. He knows they're coming. They don't play by Deb now.
I genuinely, I'm sorry, Deb. It was one of those situations like Malcolm and Haley where it seemed like the consensus was Emma, and I had a lot of loyalty towards Emma, and once it dawned on me that we were gonna swap someone out, I couldn't handle putting your name down.
So you chose her best friend.
Yeah, no.
No, I was just trying to burn a vote, but it was like I was just trying to throw away because no one would be stupid enough to vote for Deb. So
except you.
And I had
I would do the same thing if I was if it was flopped. I would do the same thing. I wouldn't put your name down. I would put one of your name down for sure.
I will say.
I think too that isn't
I was out of the way.
That isn't that bad. Hold on, before Malcolm's up, I feel like that's not that bad if you're going into it with that mentality. And like that, okay. They're clearly gonna vote Tyler. I don't want to vote anybody, but I can't not vote. So let me vote for who they're not gonna vote for. This way, it's like basically I didn't vote. I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's cool. That's chill. You know, that's a fair play. Now,
was not a part of the conversation.
We're gonna see.
It was like, oh, we're gonna vote this person out and keep this person or whatever, all of that. So when it did tie, obviously I put down no because I was like, I love the energy that was in the house already, and I wasn't aware that there was already a plan set for voting somebody out, for putting somebody in.
Yeah, Malcolm and Xander had nothing to do with none.
But
especially Xander.
Yeah, but that's
was in his own world.
Very shocked. And I know like a lot of my expressions on the show too, it might seem like I'm doing a lot of things intentionally. I'm just genuinely like happy to be here. I feel like that's the type of person that I naturally
genuinely
am.
What's her name? Doro? Yo, I cannot stop watching her clips. I'm not gonna lie, one of the funniest accents ever. Shout out to if you from Sweden, shout out to you, bro.
Huge.
I'm not gonna lie.
And like surprises are made. I'm like somebody that's just like, whoa, because like I've never experienced that before. If there's 3 guys out of 6.
Every time I hear genuinely now, I gotta say genuinely.
Want somebody
Every
to
time.
come in. I'm assuming, I'm not a part of this conversation, I'm assuming that they have a plan already. So after I said no, and then it came down to it where it's like a tiebreaker, in my head, yeah, I said the whole like never let them know your next move situation. That was just me like being a little theatrical with it too, just because I was shocked as well. But that said, I was like, okay, who's like obviously not going to be leaving? So I'm like, obviously like Haley's not gonna be voted out and all that. So I used my vote after that, just because I was like, I'm not gonna hold these guys back from doing what they want. So that was kind of my whole situation. I know I was very, very stupid for, I guess, coming at you the way I did. I'm so sorry about that again, but I really hope that you understand that I was trying to be genuine when I did come at you with that information.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to vote for me, vote for me. If you want to tell me about it because you don't want to seem fake for not saying it to me, that's fine. But it became like too much. But then that's not to say that I'm not at fault either for continuing that initial conversation and asking questions and dissecting it. Instead, I went immediately to the girls and then to Favor. But you did apologize at dinner, and at that moment, I wasn't ready to hear an apology because we haven't dissected it yet. At the same time, I did react with more anger than I think I needed to. I don't think you're weird, but the great thing about this cast is that things that have happened have been resolved, whether on camera or off a camera, and I would like to say that we're a pretty tight-knit group.
And I'd want to say, too, I do thank you for apologizing. I don't want to just beat a dead horse because we've already worked it out, but I do have to say my side just because.
For sure.
There is a question that I want to read that was submitted by the viewers at home.
Okay.
Do any of the girls regret not swapping out one of the boys? And
yes.
If so,
if they say no, honestly, I'll be disappointed. Yeah. They gotta say yes, please.
I don't want to speak for every girl, but
yes.
we were all on the same page. I think that was our biggest regret, is being so loyal to them.
Yeah.
Knowing that
they should have swapped somebody.
Weren't on the same page.
They should have swapped somebody, bro.
I don't know who they would have swapped. I wasn't.
I was about to say, I don't know who they could have swapped though. I don't know who they would have swapped in that situation, but
that time, but we.
They should got Amari in, bro.
If we.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure.
I don't know how.
Shout out to the lawyer too, though. What's his name?
With you guys,
Josh. I forgot.
We didn't talk before the voting at all.
Gotcha.
No, we didn't. And I think because the guys all said, let's keep it the same. We're not gonna vote. We're not gonna change anything. I think we based our decision off of theirs, and they said, oh, well, the guys aren't changing anything. They really want to keep things the same. So we said, okay, there's no need for conversation. We'll follow suit and we'll keep things the same. But if I could go back, I would have wanted Amari.
Tyler, obviously, you were the person that the boys chose to enter the house. Hearing all this conversation now, what is that like for you?
Hearing everyone's like side and what happened behind the scenes kind of is a little more insightful. I had a conversation with Will right after because I checked in on him. I could tell how hard he took the voting, so he's the only person I really checked in afterwards. I talked a little bit to Favor, where he said like we had a really good chat like with everyone all together, and that kind of was what solidified it. But honestly, in the moment, I felt like I was just voted in as eye candy. I felt like everyone kind of just like had me there, and no one ever really got to know me. Malcolm's the only one who actually pulled me for a separate chat, and Django and I talked, but it was like we've already talked before. So it was just us kind of like catching up and like checking in. Everyone's super nice and awesome, no bad blood. It was very uncomfortable. I also felt like it was unfair to Emma, who was actually like building friendships in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all good.
But just as a viewer watching it back, because I was out of the way for a lot of it, one of the conversations that seemed to go like pretty well was your talk with Mads.
Yeah, I think we had stuff in common, but it was more superficial.
Mm-hmm.
I think
What did they talk again? I kind of forgot.
Actually get into the nitty gritty.
Oh, when she first put up,
I probably would.
and his hair was wet. He was looking like he was in a band.
Than I would with Mads, honestly.
After that conversation, was there any communication with you guys?
No, we didn't. I saw that they had a connection, and I respected that.
But the confusing thing is that, at least just from watching the episode, it seemed like the reason why you guys voted Tyler in was for Mads, because they had a good conversation, but then like you guys didn't talk after you got voted in.
Yeah,
so I can understand
that was kind of.
feel like you got voted in.
That's kind of
really
tough.
just looked at because you were on some people's list.
Yeah.
Why did you not make an effort, I guess, to get to know her, or what went on there?
I mean, we had a good initial conversation, but I think that I had already just built up so much rapport with Marley that I felt like maybe even though we had a good conversation, she may still like have more conversations to have with Django or Will or somebody else in the house that didn't have like such an established connection that like Marley and I did.
Like from your perspective, it was less about your guys'.
Whoa, hold on, what'd you say?
Django or Will or somebody else in the house that didn't have like such an established connection that like Marley and I did.
Like from your perspective, it was less about your guys' connection and more about the potential for other guys as well?
Yes.
I guess in hindsight,
Boy math?
you
I think it's boy
from
math.
a potential romantic point of view, wish that you had maybe made more of an effort to talk to Tyler?
I'm being honest, I'm not gonna speak for anybody else. I know a reason why I was also kind of wary about like talking to you one-on-one outside that. I felt like the tensions were like who wanted Tyler, and if anybody would have talked to you one-on-one, it would have been like, it was him.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, we should have had just more balls to just talk to you one-on-one and be like, hey, like, you're a new person in the house. And Haley was very good about this because she was the one that even pulled you like across for our conversation, whereas me, you, and Haley. And me personally, I kind of like distanced myself from that just to not seem like that I was the one that was like, oh, I want to talk to Tyler.
I totally get that. I feel like also like it was just an uncomfortable setting, awkward timing.
Yeah.
If someone just left, random person came in. Literally, Django is like the only person who knew me. So at the end of the day, I felt like the people whose list I was on didn't actually want to talk to me. So I was like, why was I even there?
Right.
Well, let's move on to the night of the dinner.
I know I kind of communicated this while we were in the house, but not like genuinely.
Genuinely
watching it back.
I got it every time. I gotta do it, bro.
I can't speak for anybody else but myself.
Gotta do it.
But we definitely let the emotions and the intensity and the.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. In the replay with the black and white, it's kind of aura.
And it was
with the steam coming off the grill.
To talk to you. I probably should have,
hey,
if at all, talked to you. Like there's times where we could have done that behind camera and got some insight. But yeah, definitely think that, especially watching it back, it was blown out of proportion. You didn't do anything that crazy or worth, again, anything.
Silky was doing too much, bro.
But yeah.
We gotta just blame Silky every time.
To do it again, I wouldn't
have done too much. W
that.
Daps.
Appreciate you for
W
that.
Daps.
Also, as much as, you know, it was kind of a lot that was like thrown at me, it was a lot that I threw at him as well. There's a certain limit to a lot of people where it's like, if you're getting pressed, like there's gonna be like a certain tolerance that gets there, but also I'm one person that like really prides myself on the fact that I actively work on communicating my feelings. I try to at least. Deb, that's also a huge thing with me and you. I wasn't as much of a listener as I should have been, and coming back from this experience, the number one thing that I learned is to make sure I make that a priority moving forward with anybody that I talk to. And I know that there's a lot of like moments between you and I that came off as like, oh, like I was being like either like, you know, insecure or like not listening or like huge ego and all of that. In my head at the time, I would say it kind of all came from the fact that we were so uncertain. We're up or down, we're up or down, like where are we? And that's where I started having my communication not be so well with you. Just because in my head I'm like, oh, this is gonna be another situation to where yada, yada, yada. And I honestly didn't give you as much space as I should have given you in order for you to establish how you truly felt too, because you voiced to me how vulnerable you were being and how much of a new experience this is for you as well. And I should have gave you more space to do just that.
But it was also on me too, because it was new. That could have been an opportunity for me to voice it earlier. And it could have been as easy as me saying like, hey, like I just want more space. But for me, that was like a big thing, because this talking to like guys and like these type of scenarios were so new for me. So it took a lot for me to get there. But I think we both had some things we could have worked on. But thank you, appreciate it.
How have you guys
Another
dealt
air
with
dab.
the ups and downs
You
as
feel me?
things have been unfolding? Have any of you talked to a therapist through BetterHelp since filming?
Yeah, I have. When immediately after like leaving the show, it was good to kind of like have someone to like kind of recap the moments of the show, kind of put out my emotions and just kind of understand what had happened in that environment. It is a very weird environment to be in. You just don't get an experience like that. And having someone to talk to really helped me kind of rehash my emotions. And then well after being in the house, I also still talk to a therapist, and they really helped me understand
therapy.
my actions.
Shout out AJ Lee.
In general, it's kind of like weird.
Yo, okay, because I haven't mentioned wrestling at all somehow. When on earth are we gonna get AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch? That should be a match on the first Raw of the year. I don't know why they haven't been building to that. Obviously, they're not gonna build to that now because we need way more. Like we need actual promos and stuff. Becky's still caught up in the whole, whole Maxine Dupree is the fake champion when she's the real champion. All right, Big Max, big Dungeon Dolls. You feel me? Word. Maxine's definitely the real. She's my IC champion. I don't care what Becky talking about at all, but we need Becky versus AJ. I'm like, honestly, that should be a WrestleMania match, and I maybe that's why they're not getting into it yet, because they want to save it for Mania. But that's a dream match right now, bro.
Watching yourself back.
I need that,
and I learned so much from it, and I couldn't be more grateful to meet everybody here, and then also just like learn more about myself in a way. Moving forward, I'm definitely going to take all the lessons I learned in the show and just kind of apply them towards being a better person.
Sick. W therapy.
I will just say that was really sweet with everyone. Let's get back to the couple updates. Patience and Xander. Let's talk about you guys.
The main event. Hold on now.
A real fan favorite.
Let's talk about it.
I know you had concerns about making long distance work. Let's just get into it. How are things looking now?
They were long distance too.
No way.
Yes. Just kidding. I switched it from my other phone. Sorry, I just felt like
Yo.
you can go first.
Sure, yeah.
W-bit.
I mean, I think one of the like most beautiful things about our relationship on the show was our differences, and I think that was something that was really refreshing.
I was gonna say this whole time, I love that they haven't done like the reality TV thing of like the dramatic music and then like all the background music stuff. They weren't doing that, but for these two they had to, and I actually respect it. It's fine. It's fine. Whole time we wouldn't do no background music. Now we talking about these two. We feeling the vibe.
Was our difference?
We getting immersed.
I think that was something that was really refreshing for me.
Editor, W editor.
Well, I think that we got very unlucky right after the show in trying things out for real, and a lot of our maybe like incompatible differences did show early on.
Jumped out.
And so it was tough, especially then having to leave, and the distance then having that be the last interaction that we had and the like things that set. I do think as much as we like deeply respect and treasure each other, and that there are so many like great differences that work well, there are some that I think long term wouldn't. And so that's kind of where we left it. Although we're still like, you know, great together.
So we're what, like 0 for 4? Well, actually 0 for 3 because Deb and Emma still homies. So we got one. We got one. A win is a win. A win is a win. I'm taking it. I don't care. A win is a win. We got one. You feel me? It's better than 0.
Together, it was fantastic. Yeah, still on great terms.
Wait, so are you still together?
No, but as people.
Not me. He's just like, all right, bro. Like, what's the? Why are we even here anymore? You know, I get it.
Each other occasionally.
Care
I get
for
it.
each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that kind of.
So they homies, bro. Basically, they homies.
Gently blankets
That's
the
fine, that's
situation.
cool.
I think I still hold
still
you
a
in very
win.
high regard. I don't have a single negative thing to
That's still
say
a
about
win.
you. I
I'm blocking
do
the
definitely
shot.
kind of feel weird watching the show back, just being like, wow, I've never had anything like that, and I'm so grateful for like what we got to have, and we still talk, not often, not in like a romantic way, but yeah, I feel like we're on pretty good terms, and just super grateful for this guy.
Sick.
Was this a mutual decision?
I'd say mutual.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ooh.
He's
talk
very
about it.
stable.
Let's talk about it.
He kind of has things a little bit more figured out than I do, and also he's just all over the world. The world is his home, and it's very admirable, to be honest. He's unlike anybody I've ever met.
Hey.
I'm pretty grounded in Los Angeles right now. And yeah, I mean, he makes a good point. I think our differences did really come out in a negative way pretty early on.
I guess, because that's something I don't feel just as a viewer that I really picked up on. What were these differences?
It's just lifestyle things. Like I think some of the things that we like to do activities-wise outside of the house, habits, those kinds of things are just a little different, and I think.
Just because I'm curious, could you be a little specific? Like, what are they?
only Patience is comfortable with it. I don't talk about it though.
I made an absolute mess out of myself. We went to a party and I got disturbingly intoxicated and really was not being the best version of myself. And he's a stand-up guy.
But I think I put a lot of pressure on the relationship in the sense that I don't drink really much at all, and so I think that does put like.
Yeah.
I think that it would kind of drive you to maybe like lash out in that way. You know what I mean?
You didn't even give me a shot. No, I don't think so. I get where you're
Yikes.
100%.
I guess if you're comfortable with me asking, was that one of the bigger things that led to this decision?
Yeah, it's tough because I think that Patience has expressed that she wants to grow in certain ways, and sometimes it's hard to know if that's possible in a relationship. I think in a lot of relationships, you hold each other accountable to the people you were when you met, and it's really hard to grow together, especially when if you care about someone, like there's always that shoulder to lean on, then it's a lot harder to go through that personal growth. Then it's less impactful, I would say.
Is it fair to say that there's maybe still some unrequited feelings on your end?
We still in the game? Are we still in?
I think unrequited infatuation. Obviously I don't know him well enough to be like in love with him, but infatuation absolutely is the word that I would use to describe it.
Which is funny. I was gonna reference a song on the Earl album, and that's a song on the Earl album. It's not even that tonal.
And
I was gonna
he
reference
knows this, and he's been
heavy metal,
respectful,
I
like,
think.
kind of given me my space.
No,
and I was
exhaust.
Like, let him know, I need time to kind of cool off of that like romantic aspect of it, but that's all.
And you guys drove here together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sick.
Is it hard for you to still maintain a relationship like that if there's still like feelings on your side?
Yes and no. Like it feels very natural talking to him. He's so easy to talk to and it doesn't feel any different, but there is like that little voice in my brain just like, he doesn't want you.
Yikes. It's the Green Goblin mask.
No, but I feel like it's impossible not for me to feel those feelings too, because we did have such a strong connection. I think that like timing and where we are.
I was about to say, I'm not losing hope on these two still. This is gonna be this is how parasocial I'm gonna get. This is as far as it's gonna go. I feel like in some time, right? Living life, doing whatever, they gonna like link up in I don't even know, bro. Like an art museum in Spain or some one day, and just be like you, and it's gonna be like you, and it's gonna be like a movie, and it's gonna work out. Maybe, I don't know, or not. I don't know, but that's kind of, I'm not losing hope on these, so I'm not.
Lives right
I
now
don't care.
does
I'm
play
not.
a big role in that, but that doesn't
I'm just
mean
not.
that I don't, care, and that I don't feel the same ways that I did
I
with
know.
the show.
I know.
Tell that voice to can it.
final question. So, would you say there's any hope, or would you say we are friends?
I think that's something.
You literally said that because of me.
I don't know.
Because of what I just said. See, I told you. Time will tell. I told you.
Patience, you call me when you get the chance.
We're still in there. We're good.
I don't know.
Favor clocking it. Ow. Okay. Hit the mic.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
5-minute break. Okay.
The main thing that was for me at that moment was the fact that I was like, bro, I'm cooking.
I feel for Marley, bro. I feel like her vibe was kind of killed off the rip, and she's just been like checked out ever since, bro. And that's whack, bro. This was like, come on, man. GG's, gang. Like I said though, Mads, you better get in that. You better preheat that oven, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like homemade cake with the. I don't know how to make a cake. I'm not a baker, really. I'm not into that. But I'll be watching Cutie Cinderella, and she's a great baker and cook in general, and just great streamer. And this is good. I'm glazing QT now. It's kind of. I didn't mean to do that, but you know.
Just feel a little blindsided. Yeah. Yeah, that was just crazy. I'm also like, I just told him not to embarrass me. That was like the one thing. And I was just like, bro, you're really like nailing that coffin tight. You know what I mean? Like, whoa. Like, I shouldn't have even done that. Like, I shouldn't have even given him like the grace of just like, I know where you're coming from. I know that you're not trying to be like mean to me. Yeah. But also, I'm only saying that so like, I won't feel like you're being mean to me. Yeah. Like, it doesn't keep it from not hurting. Yeah, and it just like takes away like all of the fucking complexities that we have. I'm just like, bro, like.
All right, now let's start.
All right. Is everyone ready? I think we're missing Marley.
We're gonna roll without her. Yeah.
Okay.
07, gang.
Move on with day 3. Later in the evening,
Day 3, give it for day 3.
Found the date card that Jaden hid. You gave it to
Jaden mentioned
on the evening of night 3, but when it came time for the date the next morning, things had shifted. Deb, could you explain your thought process and maybe give more insight into some of those conversations the audience might
starting to get hot? GG's.
I think when I gave Django the date card, I was like, obviously,
oh my God.
On my
Excuse me, I didn't think that would do that.
And that night we were talking and it was fine. But there was a point where I went inside to go change. And then when I came back outside, instead of going back to Django, I was talking to Favor. And I think that rubbed Django the wrong way. And then at that point later in the night, when I had tried to speak to him about it, I kept trying to ask you what's wrong, and you wouldn't tell me. And then I begged you to tell me, and then you still wouldn't tell me. And then after a bit, you told me it's because of you didn't like how I was talking.
I do like the split screen though. It's just from a reacting standpoint, at least the way I do my videos now. Because I used to do my videos where it'd be like me right here, and then a bunch of stuff, and then the screen separate, so I wouldn't have to go back and forth. But I like not having a theme anymore, and it's just like it is what it is. I used to do themes because I like themes, but I stopped doing that because like, you know, it's a new era. I don't even got the same name I had with the old theme, bro. We don't rebrand it, so it's like, you know. But then it's moments like this where it's like a split screen, and I'm literally like blocking half of Deb's face, and that's kind of whack, bro.
No, so I don't mean to cut you off. It was just basically like, okay, she's like, all right, look, let's go. We're gonna go change real quick. I was like, bet. She goes and changes. I come back out, and I'm like, where's she at? So I'm like going outside, and I sit down with you and Jaden, and I was like, bro, where is everyone? I'm like confused, and then all of a sudden I look over, and I was like, who's that? And he's like, oh, that's Favor and Deb. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? And I'm not saying like that was the reason why I was like feeling some type of way. It was a matter of like, she was like, yeah, let's go out, let's go talk. And I was like, bet. And then all of a sudden I'm kind of just sitting there for like a good 30, 45 minutes. And I was like, bro, you know what? I'm going inside. So when I went inside, I was already kind of like, I was just out of energy, to be honest. And she came in, and I did give you a hard time.
You did.
A very hard time. That's on me, though. like for sure. I was just trying to like,
There be accountability,
in a sense,
you know?
keep myself from like
You gotta, you know what I'm
getting
saying?
annoyed even more, I guess, you know?
At
And I was-
me?
Not at you, and like just in terms of the whole situation, because I wanted to talk to you, I wanted to hang out with you. But in that moment, I was like sitting there, I'm just like, bro, like, what? I didn't even want to ask like what was going on really. I was kind of just like, bro, I'm just trying to go to bed. I was like, we could talk tomorrow. We still have tomorrow. We'll have that date, and then boom, we could discuss whatever we want on the date. And that's what was going through my mind. I gave her a hard ass time though in the kitchen, and then I gave her a hard time outside. Eventually though, she swooned me into being like, you know what, come here, let's go over here and let's just talk. And then we like actually chilled out. I chilled out more so. She was already chilled. She was super sweet. That was the cool thing too, is I got to see the sweet side of Deb. And then we hugged it at the end. I was like, okay, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And then boom, I was like, it's like 1 o'clock. I don't think we're gonna have the date anymore. Because I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what like the date turned into, or if you like just said like, nah, that I don't even want to be on it.
I think that night after, although like
no.
I gave you a hug, we went to bed.
Actually, no, I'm good.
It was fine. I couldn't even sleep.
I was gonna be blocking the shot again.
Journaling until like 2 a.m. because I didn't feel like
Never mind, I'm blocking the shot.
with the way you.
That's wrong, but I almost stopped the recording, so I would have been so mad. There's 7 minutes left. I would have been fuming if I pressed the wrong button just now.
I didn't think it was
For
fair.
real.
I know that you've had your past with relationships, and for me, I'm like the exact opposite, where I haven't had any. So it was so confusing to me because it was just so like hot and cold, and like I've never been hit with that before. And then just journaling, and I was thinking, I'm like, I don't feel good about this. And then I remember we talked in the morning. Even when we had that conversation, it still went so horrible. And then I think also just from the week, I was so incredibly stressed and emotional from like everything that was happening on top of this. And you had been someone that I really wanted to like get to know for the weekend. So I guess I kind of just felt like disappointed and like edged in a way, because I was like, wow, like not edged. Sorry,
No, I know
sorry.
what you mean.
Always comes back.
I didn't even think about it in that context when she said that until she cleared it up. Sometimes you gotta just let it fly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I be doing that too. So it's like, I'll say something and I know it sounds crazy, but I cannot bring it up. Cause okay, here's a perfect example. If I told you not to look at the giant octopus statue that's right behind me, there isn't one, but if there was, and I told you not to look at it, that's all you're gonna look at now. You know? Like, it's so funny to me whenever I'm like watching a TikTok and someone's like, excuse the mess in the background. I wasn't looking at the mess in the background until you said anything, and now that's all I'm looking at, bro. That's all I'm looking at. You were trying to put a fit together and you threw all your clothes on the floor, and now there's a bunch of clothes on the floor, and now it looks messy. You know, obviously that's what happened. But if you didn't say anything, I would have noticed, you know, kind of a thing. It's just, that's funny though. Now I want to see everyone's reaction when she said that.
Like disappointed, and
because I heard it, but I didn't think about it like that.
Edged in a way, because I was like, wow, like not.
And he didn't react like that either. So it's not even like that triggered it. It's just she caught it and realized how that sounded.
Sorry,
No, I know
sorry.
what you mean.
Always comes back to it. No, like it was like a build up. And I was like, kind of like I've been dropping hints and kind of show like, you know, that I'm interested. And then I don't know, I think it was just a lot for me. And then I also remember thinking like, damn, if I had just walked through the kitchen and went back to you, it would have been fine. But I went the long way to check on the girls. I checked on Favor, and I made a mistake of talking to somebody too long, and then that just derailed the whole weekend. And I think at that point I was
And I'm
like,
not saying that was a mistake. Like I said, this is a matter of like, I got too just impatient. I have had a lot of rough relationships. I've built up this like, if I'm just not seeing everything that I want in the moment, or like I don't like, so there's like little things that'll like maybe like get at me and maybe give me like an ick. And I'm not saying you gave me the ick, but there's like small moments where I'm like, you know what, f this, and I just like give up, which is not good. I need to work on that still. And I kind of put that on you in that moment, which is bad. And I'm sorry for that. That's on me. I fucked up with that.
So now let's go to card.
Oh, can I like sit up there so
That's
she's
hard.
not sitting alone? Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you were
Like she's sitting alone.
Okay, but yeah, now I'm chill.
Oh, Mark's still here. Oh, I thought she about to dip, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I was like 07, because like I wouldn't have been mad at her if she just dipped and was like, yeah, nah, this ain't it. At all, bro. I definitely would have respected that. You feel me?
Come.
Then he returns. It's like when John Cena came back at the Royal Rumble in 2009, 2008. I still can't believe he retired, bro. I think it's something that we all, at least for me, I'm speaking for all of us, we all saw coming and we all knew it was going to happen. Way too many people were delusional in thinking that he wasn't actually done and he's going to come back at WrestleMania. And I'm sure there's, fantasy bookers that are still thinking, oh, this is all just a big ruse. He's going to come back and get his big win over Brock Lesnar or something at WrestleMania. Give it up, bro. He's done. He's done. It's over. Let it be over. But sometimes it's kind of just like, wow. Like, I didn't grow up watching wrestling, right? I started watching wrestling 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. But even before then, like, the concept I knew of wrestling was like John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H. I'm not even confident that I knew who Shawn Michaels was for real before I started watching wrestling. Like, I knew of Sweet Chin Music and stuff, and I'd definitely seen him before. I'd probably heard his theme song once. But, like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, John Cena is wrestling. So the fact that he's done is like wrestling is done, kind of. But it's not. But it's just,
thoughts.
I don't know.
I guess this
is like when John Cena came back at the Rumble. Unexpected and awesome.
About someone else's journey only after seeing the season play out on screen.
That's a good question, actually. That'd be hard.
Watching some of the girls' journeys, I felt like there were potentially some double standards with like gender stereotypes. So I don't know, it seemed like Haley caught a lot of the flack for like dating on a dating show, and then like Marley and Favor were in the same position, but Favor definitely got like a lot of support, whereas Marley didn't. So
I think people just wanted to pick a villain or just wanted to pick on somebody.
They did.
Which
I argue we need to cast a villain in season 3. We just need a villain off the rip. This way people have someone to go for, but that's their job. Like they need a who likes being the villain? Who likes being a heel? They need a heel. That's the thing. That's another good relation to wrestling. Wrestling wouldn't be as entertaining nearly if it was two big guys that the crowd loves and they're just talking about how much better one is than the other for a championship, and that's it. No, we need the bad guy. This way the good guy looks even better if he wins, or the crowd feel more if he doesn't. And if the bad guy wins, whatever the bad guy does, so we need the bad guy. So they need to cast a bad guy. We need a heel. I don't know who though, because like all of the real life heels I'm thinking of, I wouldn't want to see on my screen. Like I don't want to see Jake Paul in Nectarhouse. That sounds like a disgusting time. And his jaw's broken in 2 places. I'm not even sure he's up for that. But what are you gonna do?
Because she did exactly what we were also.
That's what happens when you think Hulkamania is still alive.
We're all
by the way,
strangers. It's the first day. Yes, you have a great date with Favor, but you can also have great conversations with anybody else. Just like 2 things can be true.
Man, this is the funniest thing. Is you've never even been on like a show before. Like you just came through and you're like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Like that's
exactly.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
I mean, shit.
And I think that's what it was too. I think people saw her as a heel because they didn't know her. And so then they, again, just the internet brain. I hate people on the internet. I'm not gonna lie. Not y'all. Y'all cool. But like, if you not ICM, I don't know, bruh. There's very few communities that I could say, like, I fully stand behind. My own, no. Because I feel like my community, low-key in a way, especially like in the content space, your community is a reflection of you. And I feel like my community is very mature and very smart. And not that parasocial. And not weird. They're as parasocial as I get, and I only get parasocial for the bit because it's funny. But again, a lot of people's acting like they knew her, even though they didn't. And I think that's kind of why everyone was being weird towards her, and it's just weird, bro. Like
all of us,
I don't respect it, bro. People was being weird.
Yeah.
So it's like you for sure showed out like in the way that you're supposed to, and just because they're talking that bullshit doesn't mean anything. Like you did literally the point of the show.
Exactly.
I will say it was very impressive to see. This was the first video that you've ever been on this channel in? And I'm assuming like any other channel in this capacity?
Yeah.
You came in the house and left the topic of conversation.
It's very polarizing.
Absolutely.
That is sick.
Oh, main character. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I have one more question for you guys. What's a moment from filming that didn't make the final cut, but still sticks out with you? And what was the context? What happened? It seems like you guys have an answer to that.
My moment was on the first day when we all get there. I get there like half an hour late because I'm always late.
You're just like me.
So on arrival, I did get my period. And I had no,
Oh, man.
I didn't have any of my bags. I didn't have anything with me.
See, that, bro, every time, shout out to Canada, bro. Shout out to Canadians. I don't be catching the accents, y'all be saying, babe, bro, I'm not gonna lie. That's the one. A lot of people think it's sorry. That one be sticking out a little bit sometimes, but I feel like that one we're a little bit more used to. And some people say it, it's like how people say nar, you know? My fault, Will. I ain't really mean to. Hopefully you're not watching. And I'm terrible at basketballs, but you can drop me off though. We do a little 1v1. You get an easy win. Maybe I could be the warm up. You know, play me as a little warm up, and then play someone else in a real game. But people saying, you know, what I'm saying, it's upside down. So sorry's like that too. But like, that you can't fake bag, bro. You can't. You just can't fake that. Shout out to Canada.
I'm always late.
You're just like me.
It's such a subtle thing.
On arrival, I did get my period.
It's fire.
I had no,
It's very, you
I
know.
didn't have any of my bags. I didn't have anything with me. And Marley.
I feel like Nut did it too. I feel like he caught
She's
it.
like, girl, I got you. I got a little backup kit. She had these tampons, except
They're the cardboard ones.
She's
So I
a
like
healthy
the
girl.
earth.
She's an earth girl. Anyways, I didn't know how to use them at all. So I was like, hey, I know
I'm
we
not
just met
familiar.
30 seconds ago, but can you stick it inside of me, please?
Oh yeah.
And it was so funny because I was like,
I saw that.
I was about to say, why did Jago say, oh yeah, like he was in? Hey, I'm about to look this up though. What arch is that?
I think we were mic'd up too, because I remember
We were absolutely mic'd up, and it was like, okay, arch it. Oh,
Let's roll a clip. Right now.
literally. And I was like,
Imagine they rolled the clip.
because I was wearing red and you're wearing white. I was like, this is so symbolic.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, no, because it looks the same, right? I feel like this looks the same, the applicator. It looks the same, right? Or am I tripping? Oh no, it does look a little, I can see the texture now. I was looking at the wrong picture. But hey, that's fire. See, I didn't know that was a thing. That's fire, that's a thing, because that's like way more sustainable for the planet and stuff, right? Than plastic, probably. I mean, cardboard. Because you can't like really recycle cardboard, can you? At least like in a sense of like you can't compost with it. It's not gonna like break down in soil or anything, right? Or does it? I don't think it does. But maybe it does. I don't know. Can some nerd let me know? Does cardboard break down in soil? Can you compost with cardboard?
The whole, like, you were there.
I mean, like, you're not gonna pull any nutrients though from it because it's cardboard. There's no way cardboard has nutrients for real. Maybe it does. I don't know. Somebody who knows better than me, please let me know.
Yeah, she was
I know about cars and wrestling, bro.
Marley, like,
About
she
it.
inserted them every single day, and I know how to use them.
Whoa! Every day. Hey, now that's kind of. At the same time, though, maybe that's a girl code thing. You feel me? Maybe that's, I don't know. Cause I'm just like picturing the bro being like, "Hey, gang, you feel me? Help me out." You feel me? And the next day, saying, "I don't know." I respect it though. I respect it though, cause that's, you know what I'm saying.
Literally every single day.
I respect it every day. Okay.
I can't believe you did that.
No, I honestly can't believe that either.
We were
I
strangers.
texted my roommate. I was like,
we didn't know.
I just
The cameraman is messy for that cut. I'm not gonna lie.
This
It was the editor, whoever did that cut.
and I helped her. It's gonna be a great weekend. Okay, talk to you in 4 days. Bye.
Real quick, because we do have to wrap it up, but I want to leave the floor open because this might be the last time that we're all in the same room together. Before it's officially over, does anyone have anything they want to just throw out there real quick?
I had so much fun. Thanks, guys.
Sick.
Love you guys.
We're gonna draw the bomb for this group right here. I love season 2.
If you guys weren't here, I probably would.
I'm not gonna lie.
I just want to say, like, I am very thankful to have met you all. We're all very fortunate that we can see a time capsule of our lives as we age. We can look back on this and, you know, laugh and enjoy each other's company. Like, don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. And
Okay, here we go. Here we go. This guy.
This all with you, and I hope to keep in contact with all of you in whatever way, shape, or form that takes. So I appreciate it.
Let's just start a 1v1 basketball series on YouTube, bro. I'd watch that.
We all appreciate you now.
Oh my God.
You nut, yes. Glazed nut, yes. W nut.
All of you, the viewers, for watching Nectar House Season 2.
Hey, gang.
I especially want to thank all of you. Thank you for putting yourself out there, trying something new. And I consider all of you close friends is strong. Like acquaintances, people that I will keep in touch with. No, you're all great. I'm sorry, I was trying to be goofy. I think you guys are all great. Well, with that, thank you all for watching the.
They can never change the host of the show, by the way.
Like,
they can't.
Share and
it can't be anybody but
Let
Nut.
us know if you'd like to see Nectarhouse season 3.
Yes. Yes, season 3. We need season 3, gang. Shursky. For sure. Like Cash Cobain, bro. Is he trying to adapt? Once again, I gotta, you feel me? Okay, see, this is exactly what we needed, bro. I just, you know what I'm saying? Maz had to lock it in. He had to, you feel me? I don't care. I'm holding him to, he's the MVP on the grill. You better grill a cake, buddy. You know, or something. You feel me? But this is, you know what I'm saying? W conversation, W little one-on-one. Hopefully one-on-one project. W's 12-hour day. That's all the time. Other updates? Oh, that's it. Okay, well, W updates. I am very excited to read the comments. I'm finna grab some popcorn or something and read the comments, but I don't even want to see the top one. It's 2,000. Wow, it's only been 6 hours. GG's. Babe. Once again, I'm gonna clap it up for the. I'm about to clap it up for the crew. Again, the gaffer, bro. Just lifting a bunch of heavy stuff, man. People don't talk about the gaffers, bro, at all. They be going through it, man, and they do it for the love of the game, probably, or maybe they get paid very well, or both. I don't know, but shouts to the crew, bro. This is a great show. I hope the show continues. I want season 3. I want the show to keep going. If Nectar stops doing every other show they do over the years, and this ends up being the only thing that Nectar does, like 10 years from now, I hope it's this. Genuinely, this is such a good show. Genuinely, I should say, this is such a good show. Such a good concept. I think the way they execute it is very good, and it can only get better because they're learning more and more every time, right? It's like QT says with the Streamer Awards. If you were learning how to ride a bike and you only got to do it once a year, it would take you a really long time to learn how to ride a bike, right? So it's like they can apply stuff from other videos into nectarhouse, but like still though, it's a one of a kind experience to actually, you know, execute and stuff like that, and they do it very well. And again, I think it's gonna get even better. Season 3 might be the best season, like genuinely. Not cast wise, you can't beat season 1. Forever goated. Season 2, forever goated. All right, very very solid cast. I really hope, honestly, there's a day that there isn't a great cast, and to the point where I'm like, they kind of casted this season bad. You know, like I kind of hope that happens. This way, I don't just end up glazing every single season cast wise. Great show though, and again, if you were in the show at all and you watched any of my reactions, yes, I was in too deep. I did it for the vibe, for the love of the game though, man. You know, entertaining. We gotta be entertaining, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't got no beef with nobody. I'm not overly glazing anybody either though, because I kind of was overly glazing a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm just. The secret message of today's video is what's the secret message? I don't actually have one. I kind of didn't think about it. Secret message is I really don't have anything. So I'm gonna say Drain, like Drain Gang. I'm about to listen to some Blade after this. But Drain is, or you know what, Drain Gang actually is the full secret message. Just Drain Gang. DG, you can put DG in the comment if you want to. I don't know, whatever your vibe is, bro. That's not how you drain, Private. You gotta, what did he say? You gotta sweat, and you gotta sleep in the sweat, and you gotta stick up every room you walk into. That's how you drain. Yeah, that's how you drain. Draining camp. And Hive Mind fans, I'm about to watch a 4-hour Hive Mind video right now after already making a 2-hour video. I'll tell you, this is all gonna pay off one day, and I'm gonna win Streamer of the Year, and I'm gonna get the YouTube Diamond play button one day, and it's gonna be like, yeah, this was worth it. You gotta just go. Sometimes in life, you gotta go through. It's not about the out. It's about the journey, and I'm taking it in the journey. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's the real art. Let me stop.